The news arrived with a jolt. Walmart, the colossal American retailer, was cutting jobs, not just a handful but a significant figure. 1,500 positions were to be axed. This announcement, emerging in late May 2025, sent ripples of unease across the business world and into the homes of ordinary people. For many, Walmart is more than just a shop. It's an economic barometer. The cuts, the company stated, were part of a broader restructuring. What did this truly signify for the retail giant? And, by extension, for the wider economy still grappling with persistent inflationary pressures? The initial reaction was one of concern, particularly for the employees directly affected. 1,500 individuals, their roles suddenly precarious, faced an uncertain future. Beyond the immediate human impact, however, lay a deeper apprehension. If Walmart, a behemoth of retail, felt the need to make such substantial cuts, what did it suggest about the health of the consumer market? Was this a defensive move, a preemptive strike against anticipated economic headwinds? Or was it, as the company maintained, a strategic realignment designed for future growth? Walmart's stature in the American and indeed global economy cannot be overstated. It is the largest private employer in the United States, with millions on its payroll worldwide. Its decisions, therefore, carry immense weight, capable of influencing market sentiment and even macroeconomic trends. Walmart's official explanation for the job cuts pointed towards a comprehensive restructuring initiative. The company framed the decision as a strategic move to sharpen focus and accelerate progress. According to senior executives, these changes were aimed at corporate and technology-related positions. A Walmart spokesperson stated that the layoffs were not directly linked to new tariffs. The divisions most affected included global technology operations, e-commerce functions, and Walmart Connect. Executives emphasized that the restructuring was designed to modernize the business. The aim was to create a leaner, more agile Walmart, better equipped to navigate the rapidly evolving retail landscape. An internal memo reinforced that these changes were driven by evolving business priorities and a long-term growth strategy. Walmart was looking to optimize its structure, leveraging technology more effectively. As Walmart navigated its internal restructuring, a significant external factor was making its presence felt: the assertive trade policy championed by President-elect Donald Trump. His administration signaled a robust approach to international trade, involving the imposition of new tariffs. These measures were primarily targeted at major trading partners, notably China. The declared objectives behind this tariff strategy were manifold, rooted in the America First philosophy. The primary aim was to protect American industries from unfair foreign competition. By making imported goods more expensive, the tariffs were intended to encourage domestic production. Another key objective was to rebalance trade deficits and exert pressure on other nations to alter their own trade practices. For goods imported from China, a 30% tariff was announced for a 90-day period. Imports from Mexico and Canada faced tariffs as high as 25% on certain goods. The expectation is that this will stimulate domestic industries and reduce reliance on foreign suppliers. In direct response to the looming tariffs, Walmart's leadership issued a clear warning. Consumers might soon see higher prices on the shelves. Chief Executive Doug McMillon and Chief Financial Officer John David Rainey were candid in their assessment. They explained that while Walmart strives to offer the lowest possible prices, the company could not absorb the entirety of the increased costs stemming from the new import duties. Approximately 60% of Walmart's non-grocery merchandise is sourced from China. The tariffs on Chinese goods threaten to inflate the cost of a wide range of consumer products. The company's entire brand identity and business model are built upon the promise of everyday low prices. The decision to pass on these costs to consumers, even partially, would be a difficult one. The prospect of everyday essentials becoming more expensive raised concerns about the affordability of living. President-elect Donald Trump's reaction to Walmart's warnings of potential price hikes was swift and public. Upon hearing that the retail giant might pass on the cost of new tariffs to American consumers, Mr. Trump took to social media to deliver a blunt message. His response was not one of sympathy for the retailer's predicament, but rather a direct challenge to its declared intentions. This public rebuke set the stage for a potential clash between the incoming government and one of the nation's largest corporations. The core of Mr. Trump's message was encapsulated in a simple, forceful directive. Walmart should eat the tariffs. He argued that a company of Walmart's scale and profitability was more than capable of absorbing the additional costs imposed by the import duties. Instead of raising prices for American families, Mr. Trump contended, the financial burden of the tariffs should be borne by the corporation itself. This was a direct refutation of Walmart's claim that it could not absorb all such costs due to narrow retail margins. In his public statements, Mr. Trump asserted that both Walmart and China should be the ones to bear the financial impact. He positioned the tariffs not as a burden on American consumers, but as a tool to compel fairer trade practices. This narrative resonated strongly with his political base. The idea that large, profitable corporations should shoulder these costs, rather than ordinary citizens, was a powerful and popular message. This public admonishment of Walmart occurred against the backdrop of Mr. Trump's impending inauguration. His statement served as a broader signal of his administration's approach to trade and corporate responsibility. Beyond the high-level debates about tariffs and corporate strategy lay the undeniable human cost of Walmart's decision. 1,500 employees, each with their own lives, families, and financial commitments, were now facing the stark reality of job loss. For these individuals, the news was not an abstract economic development, but a deeply personal crisis. The nature of the jobs eliminated also warrants consideration. These were not predominantly entry-level positions, but skilled, well-compensated roles. The geographical spread of these job cuts meant that the impact was not confined to a single location. Each layoff has the potential to create a ripple effect within local communities. In the face of mounting scrutiny over potential price rises and the impact of tariffs, Walmart sought to reassure its customers and the market. Company spokesperson Joe Pennington reiterated Walmart's long-standing commitment to providing the lowest possible prices. He emphasized that the company operates within very narrow retail margins. The company's recent financial performance presented a somewhat mixed picture. In the first quarter of 2025, Walmart managed to exceed analysts' earnings estimates. However, it fell short of its sales goals for the same period. This intricate dance requires careful strategic planning and a constant recalibration of priorities. The unfolding situation with Walmart, tariffs, and potential price hikes in the United States holds lessons and elicits concerns that resonate even across the Atlantic. The wider economic debate surrounding the efficacy and impact of tariffs is a global one. While proponents argue they protect domestic industries, many economists express caution. They often highlight that tariffs are, in essence, a tax on imports, and the cost of this tax is frequently passed on to consumers. The imposition of significant tariffs can also lead to substantial disruptions in global supply chains. For the British consumer, the direct impact of U.S. tariffs on Chinese goods might seem remote, but the interconnectedness of the global economy means that such significant trade policy shifts can have indirect effects. The immediate question hanging in the air is whether Walmart will indeed proceed with the widespread price increases its executives have warned about. How substantial will these hikes be, and which product categories will be most affected? The company's decisions in the coming weeks and months will not only impact its own financial performance, but could also set a precedent for how other retailers respond to the renewed tariff pressures. The tension between President-elect Trump's administration and large corporations looks set to be a recurring theme of his upcoming term. His direct and public challenge to Walmart to eat the tariffs signals a willingness to use the presidential bully pulpit to influence corporate behavior. For Walmart itself, the long-term consequences of this period are yet to be determined. Navigating the combined pressures of internal restructuring, tariff-related cost increases, and public scrutiny will be a significant challenge. The company's ability to maintain its reputation for low prices, retain customer loyalty, and simultaneously satisfy shareholder expectations will be severely tested.